Hey there, I'm a Puck, Pukovnik of the Tsarska Garda, and today I'll be explaining everything there is to know about line infantry. Line infantry is the default class of the game. It is extremely versatile, as their equipment allows them to deal with almost any scenario. Rankers are equipped with a musket and a saber, or if you're one of those weird militia regiments, either a knife or a hand axe. Officers carry a flintlock pistol, a saber, and a spyglass. Let's begin with the basics. Firing your weapon. You simply press left click to make ready. This cocks your musket, but it also stops you from moving, which means you don't want to do that in front of someone who's already aiming at you. After that you press F to present. Now your weapon's ready to shoot. Do keep in mind that the musket is inaccurate and its damage decreases to non-lethal about 50 stads of distance. Finally, press R to reload. This takes around 11 seconds, while you are able to stop the reload midway through and continue later after you've inserted the cartridge, the white thingy sticking out of your barrel. Officers work slightly differently, as they're able to move while reloading and firing their weapon. This makes them extremely effective in close quarters combat, but the trade-off is the damage of their pistol. Barely more than a water gun, this thing will only do lethal damage if the barrel is basically touching the enemy. Now let's move on to melee combat. Here is where the line infantryman truly excels, as they're able to outrange most opponents with their bayonets. This allows them to bait attacks and retaliate, getting free damage. Thanks to this fast attack speed, you will also be able to overwhelm enemies such as sappers, skirmishers, or artillerymen. Cavalry isn't safe either, as not only is the bayonet extremely effective at killing horses, but you're also able to brace by crouching. This will inflict heavy damage to cavalry and most likely kill their horse. Finally, in close quarters, you always have your backup weapon, as if you're too close when trying to stab someone, it sadly won't work. One of the most important things about being an infantryman is knowing where and how to take good cover. There are different types of cover, but we will break them down in three simple categories: concealment, soft cover, and hard cover. Concealment is basically anything that stops the enemy from seeing you, but does not stop a bullet, such as bushes, trees, leaves, or any other type of vegetation. Soft cover is anything that will stop a bullet, but won't stop artillery fire. This includes sapper constructions, windows, doors, and many others. This type of cover is called soft as it can be destroyed with enough melee attacks, or even enough bullets. Hard cover are houses, hills, trees, large rocks, anything that cannot be penetrated or destroyed by artillery or musket fire. Do keep in mind that even if you are behind hard cover, it doesn't mean that you're safe, as part of you may still be visible or made visible when reloading, as your hand will stick out when ramming your weapon. A good tip is to use cover in order to quickly pop out and fire. To do this, go in first person on a hill, stairs, or any type of slope, and position yourself so that you are visible when standing up, but fully covered when crouching. Then after that, fire, retreat, reload, and repeat. That about covers the basics. Next we will be covering some basic infantry tactics our group uses. So we will begin with formations. There are a few formations we actually use, as it is impractical to form up while you're getting shot at, so it's important for formations to be easily and quickly formable. Single file line and double file line are used to move around the map cohesively. One thing to note for this one is to not follow the officer, but only the guy in front of you, in order to avoid the crowd crushing the poor officer. Next is form up, or line up, or whatever resembles that command. Basically, this simply means making a line in whatever direction the officer is facing, trying your best to keep it straight and not block the view of your teammates. Remember, the line doesn't need to look good, it just needs to somewhat work. Now, firing commands usually only boil down to fire, which, you guess it just means shoot. But rarely the officer might feel a bit fancy and decide to make you do something extra, such as ripple fire or fire by rank. Ripple fire can be used to suppress enemy positions, and it consists into going down the line and quickly firing one by one. while fire by rank is generally used when the officer does not want the whole formation to be vulnerable, so that half of it is always ready to shoot. Form square. Well, who am I kidding? It will not happen, it's just not happening. The combined brain power for a regiment in this group is not really capable of forming these complex shapes. So instead we use the command blob up. This basically means get as close as possible to your officer, who will have his saber raised to be more easily recognizable. This is done to protect the formation from cavalry, as if they try to ride into the blob, they might as well just be playing Project Zomboid. This formation is also used for coordinated charges, which can prove extremely effective when coordinated in such a way. A thing to note is that infantry is extremely vulnerable to artillery fire, especially when in tight formations. To avoid this, start by not forming out in front of the artillery. I know, shocker, and I'll maneuver it, as its turning speed is quite slow. If the artillery is far away, just use hard cover, but do keep in mind that round should bounce, so there's still a slight chance you might get minced. Well, that's about everything. I hope you're well informed because of this video. If you have any questions, feel free to direct them in the comments, or just go harass your Zastavnik in DMs. Have a good one, guys.